There is no magic wand to fix the royal family's Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor problem. A senior palace source has warned amid mounting pressure on the king to resolve the issue. The blunt assessment came as Prince Andrew, now legally known as Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, settled into his new, far more modest home at Marsh Farm on the Sandringham estate. The former Duke of York was effectively required to leave Royal Lodge in Windsor. After months of quiet but firm insistence from King Charles III, Royal Lodge had long been seen as disproportionately large and expensive. For a non-working royal who no longer performs public duties, the move to Marsh Farm, a comparatively small 5-bedroom former farmhouse, was presented as a compromise that would allow Andrew to remain on Crown land. Yet the transition has done little to quieten the persistent questions surrounding Andrew's finances, security costs, public perception and future role. There is no magic wand, the senior source told a trusted royal correspondent. No single decision, announcement or property swap will make this problem disappear. The source, speaking on condition of anonymity, described the Andrew situation as the single most intractable challenge facing the king's slimmed-down monarchy. Andrew's reputation remains badly damaged following his association with Jeffrey Epstein and the subsequent civil settlement with Virginia Giuffre in early 2022. He was stripped of military titles, patronages and the use of his Royal Highness style in the months that followed, effectively ending his frontline royal career. Despite those measures, public and media interest in Andrew has not faded. Every sighting, every property discussion, every reported interaction fuels fresh coverage. The latest chapter began when Andrew quietly moved out of Royal Lodge and into temporary accommodation on the Sandringham estate in late 2025. Marsh Farm had stood empty for years and required significant renovation. Work included reinforced security fencing, advanced CCTV, floodlighting and upgraded interiors. The property lies within a known flood risk zone according to Environment Agency maps. Temporary pumping equipment and barriers have been installed as a precaution. Andrew has imposed exceptionally strict rules at Marsh Farm. No unauthorized visitors are permitted. Even close family must seek prior approval. Delivery drivers leave packages at a secure drop-off point outside the gates. Photography is banned inside and outside the house. Phones are surrendered on entry. The measures reflect genuine security fears following years of hostile publicity. Private consultants conducted a full risk assessment and recommended maximum protection. King Charles approved additional funding for the enhanced security arrangements. Norfolk Constabulary maintains regular contact with the private security team. Yet the strict regime has drawn criticism from some royal observers. They argue that Andrew has turned a modest farmhouse into a virtual fortress. Others say the precautions are entirely understandable given the threats he faces. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are understood to be deeply concerned. Both sisters have expressed unease about their father's increasing isolation. They visit only after receiving formal written permission and undergoing screening. Sarah Ferguson retains limited access but must notify in advance every time. The couple maintains separate lives under the same roof for the time being. The king has suggested Andrew relocate to an even smaller property on the estate. Andrew has resisted, citing sentimental attachment to Royal Lodge and now Marsh Farm. The new arrangement may buy time but does not resolve the underlying dilemma. Andrew remains a member of the royal family yet performs no public duties. His presence continues to generate negative headlines and public discomfort. Senior aides privately accept that no single decision will satisfy everyone. Stripping his title entirely would provoke accusations of cruelty. Allowing him to remain visible risks further reputational damage to the institution. There is no magic wand, the source repeated. Every option carries significant downsides. That is the reality we live with. King Charles has handled the matter with characteristic patience and caution. He continues to provide financial support while gently encouraging independence. No dramatic public intervention has been made or is currently planned. Public opinion remains deeply divided on how Andrew should be treated. Polls consistently show low favorability ratings for the prince. Yet a significant minority believes he has been punished enough and deserves privacy. The Sandringham move has eased one pressure point, the cost of Royal Lodge. But it has not silenced questions about security funding, public role or legacy. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor now lives in relative seclusion on the Norfolk estate. He walks the grounds daily, accompanied by at least one protection officer. Exercise is confined to areas fully covered by multiple security cameras. Daily routines are tightly controlled and monitored. Meals are prepared by vetted staff under strict supervision. No external catering or unapproved visitors are permitted on the premises. The former prince rarely leaves the estate without a full security detail. Public appearances have become extremely rare since he stepped back in 2020. Neighbors respect the new privacy measures despite occasional inconvenience. Some express quiet sympathy for Andrew's difficult personal circumstances. Others simply wish the rural lanes would return to their former tranquility. As winter settles over the Sandringham estate, the strict rules remain in force. Marsh Farm has become more fortress than family home. Andrew defends his new space with unyielding determination. Beatrice and Eugenie hope the measures eventually bring their father peace. They worry that prolonged isolation could deepen his sense of disconnection. For now, the strict regime stands as the price of his personal security. King Charles continues to support his brother from a careful distance. He has provided assistance while gently urging greater independence. No direct intervention has been made regarding the current living arrangements. The Andrew problem remains one of the monarchy's most persistent challenges. There is no quick fix, no single decision that will satisfy all parties. Every option carries risks, legal, reputational, financial and familial. There is no magic wand, the palace source reiterated. We manage the situation day by day, week by week, year by year. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor now lives under self-imposed rules in rural Norfolk. The former royal navigates a greatly reduced world of freedom and visibility. Marsh Farm stands as both refuge and reminder of how far he has fallen. Beatrice and Eugenie continue to visit when permitted. They navigate the security protocols with quiet acceptance. Their father's safety remains their overriding concern. The king maintains that family unity endures despite the difficulties. He has never publicly criticized his brother and avoids the topic in interviews. Private conversations focus on practical solutions rather than recriminations. Public fascination with Andrew shows no sign of fading. Every reported detail, security upgrades, visitor rules, flood precautions, generates coverage. The story remains a permanent fixture in royal reporting. As 2026 begins, the monarchy continues its careful balancing act. It supports a brother in need while protecting the institution's reputation. No magic wand exists, only patient management and incremental change. Marsh Farm sits quietly in the Norfolk countryside under tight security. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor lives within its boundaries, largely out of sight. The problem has not disappeared, it has simply moved to a smaller address. There is no magic wand to make it vanish. There is only time, compromise, and the slow work of family and institution. And so the story of Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor continues, contained, quiet, unresolved.